Ahoy, hoy! Welcome back to my channel. Today, the kids are going to help me review scariest things that children have actually said out loud. Now, normally I will review this kind of content in October, but I don't have much to review this week, food and drink-wise, so I am going to do something paranormal, because I am interested in paranormal stuff too. Now, luckily for me, both kids are off this week because they have something called Sport Love here.
Sport Love?
Yeah, Sport Love.
I can't cough.
You can cough if you want to.
We have to.
But unfortunately, this one is sick. He's been battling the sickie. So, they may not stay in the video the whole time, but we'll see. You guys ready? Alex has done something with me similar before, but we were reviewing scary stories from Buzzfeed.
Yeah, but it was a kid that told their parents, and the parents sent it out.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't.
But, so, to continue, so this article says, kids say the darnest things. And also sometimes they say the creepiest things. Too. So Reddit person, I will put the article link in the description box if you guys want to read this yourselves, asked, parents of Reddit, what is the scariest thing your child said to you or to someone? Here's how people responded, and I'm not sure whether to laugh or cry about some of these. So this is the first one. When my now 13-year-old daughter was 3 years old, she told me that she was born by the beach. When I explained that she was, in fact, born in a hospital, and I distinctly remember being there, she said, no, Mama, I was born to my mama before you. So it's like a case of reincarnation. Mm-hmm. That's awfully young, though. I was like 19 when I began believing in reincarnation. Second one. Mommy, the invisible man wants to come into your bedroom. Oh, God. Absolutely not. Wow.
Well, what does 3 say? Yeah.
3, I wanted your reactions first before I moved on.
You
don't have to give a reaction.
No, but 2, it doesn't sound really... I mean, it depends how old this person is, because I can say this, when I was younger, I always had fantasies of like an invisible friend that would like push me sometimes and stuff. Okay, so depends on how old this person is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So, third one is, will the man in the attic come with us when we move? That's a little creepy. Now, here's the thing. That doesn't have to be paranormal.
Yeah.
That could be an actual person living in the attic.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I hear anything to do with the attic, I always think of a blackish, gooey person, almost like a Venom person, just not as fake. Just standing... staring into your soul. That's how I think whenever I see the man in the attic, like anyone in the attic, like anything about the attic.
So it's like a gooey shadow person.
That is black.
That is black.
Not.
Yeah, I know what you're implying. I'm saying a shadow person.
Yes.
Yeah, you do that good. Okay. So, 4. Not my kid, thankfully, but a kid I babysat as a young teenager. I had just put him in bed for the night, and about 10 minutes later, he came out and told me, I can't sleep. My brother won't leave me alone. His brother had died years earlier as a baby.
Oh, wow.
I never babysat for that family again.
That has to be scary.
Yeah. Well, in a way, the brother's coming back to visit the brother.
I mean, yeah, let me say this. When I was walking, you remember when it was Christmas Eve and we were at the cousins of them for this year? Yeah. We took a rock. Do you remember that?
Took a rock walk. Yeah.
We were talking about what we think would happen after death.
Mm.
We said that we believe in that the person is still like with you, even though he's in a new life. He / whatever you are.
Yeah.
That's what we said. But that we thought. 'Cause sometimes we would feel like we would see like. For example, let's say I see Raven, and just when I look away and then look again, she's just gone.
That's actually happened to me. Well, no, not to Raven, but that happened to like when I went to Nine on Pop's house one year.
Was it that when you think that Papa was walking on the stairs?
No, that wasn't. That's not him.
That was Chris.
That was Uncle Chris. Yeah, but no. What I was gonna say is that I had that happen with. I can't remember if it was Katie or Sonic that died. Like, Katie was my cat that died in 2000, and Sonic was Joe's cat that died in, like, 2009.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, what are you trying to do, baby girl? Glitter? What do you need glitter for? Oh.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I can still tell the story. You can hear me. I saw either Katie or I think it might have been Katie. Like 2-3 weeks after we had put her down because she had a tumor that was growing on her. And so 3 weeks later, I saw Katie and I'm like, "Hey, Katie," and then I remembered, oh, she died. So.
Mom?
Hmm?
Like, I saw something like me and Sibby walking out, but
Isn't that story in the school?
yes.
Yeah. We think that my
Oh my god. That registered somewhere on the Richter scale or something.
we think that my school is haunted. Even my mom. Because, what was it, from September to October, we went there once.
No, I thought it was during the summertime, or like around
Right.
August.
It was, around somewhere there.
Mom.
No, just...
The fight.
And, like, sometimes my mom would see a shadow walking from the new place and the old place to the old place and then to the newer place. Like,
With the school, there's an older section of the school, and it walked to and from the new section to the old section. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, and I actually went there pretty recently, or I think it was when I was playing with a friend. I'm not going to say his name. And we wanted to go to the school. So, because I had told them that we have been seeing stuff. So, when we went to the big football thing, we saw that one of the doors opened and the light turned on, and no one was here because it was like 6 or 7 o'clock. And we later saw so we went to the other side where there was a window so we can see. So we see something just in there looking at us. When we start to run, it follows us.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me and my friends doing at school, and we saw something.
You saw something too?
Yeah, and me and my friends just like they look like you almost.
What I saw was the same thing as I said almost earlier, just like the same thing my mom said that she saw, a black shadow with reddish eyes. And the thing that scared us the most was it was giving us the biggest, scariest smile I've ever seen. Like it was smiling at us. I mean, like very scary. So me and my friend, we ran for our life. But when we ran towards this way, I think whatever way it is, towards the gym, we saw that one of the lights were on. And just before that, the light wasn't on either in there.
Wow.
Like,
So it was kind of scary.
like, Mom.
And I think she was with us too.
I think. I don't remember my head.
Yeah, you were with us. Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the next point. What?
Like, me and my friends saw you, I think. But we go home. I go home and my friend go home. I saw you. I like,
So I was in one place when I was in another?
yeah, like this house. Like, I go there again, but I saw you and you.
Mm,
And you're both here.
that's weird. That's actually called a doppelganger paranormal experience where...
Can we keep going?
Give me a sec, though. Where you can have a ghost trying to mimic how someone looks and sounds.
Why couldn't it just be a skinwalker? Because skinwalkers do that too.
I don't know. I don't know much about skinwalkers, but...
I know about skinwalkers.
Yeah,
They
me
can, if they have seen, heard, or killed you, they can mimic you, same voice, look exactly like you, but they won't act like you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you try to take a video or a picture, you won't be able to see them. And that's how you know someone or something is a skinwalker. Same thing with animals, even trees and plants.
And, like, I heard something in my ear
Mm-hmm.
was at school.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you.
You heard us when we were not there?
Yeah, and like,
Wait. You guys can keep going.
and then I like, my eyes see something
Mm.
like does used to, but something going on. Like, me and my friends, one a house and my house and my friend's house.
Let's keep going, because
Yeah.
I don't want to bore these people that watch it.
Alright, 5. When my eldest son was almost 2, he would occasionally cry out at night. Sometimes he would be hysterical and he would say the mean old lady was scaring him.
Oh, wait. Oh, I have something.
Yeah. Let me finish this one. After this had happened several times, I was holding him one night trying to soothe him, and I said, "That old lady better watch out or she'll have to deal with me." He stopped crying suddenly and leaned back from my shoulder so he could look me dead in the face. He said, "She's not afraid of you, Mommy." This was 23 years ago, and I still get goosebumps thinking about it.
Okay, about the old lady. I was about the exact same age of this when my mom was, I think you were, if you say that I've seen one upstairs, I've seen one downstairs too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll say the one downstairs because that's the one I remember. When my mom was cooking food one time, and I was the exact same age as this story, about we had a room that had all of our toys, and it used to be there used to be a bed there.
A bedroom.
Yeah. And so one time it was dark. My mom was making food. I was doing this. Let's say this is the wall, and the camera is like the room. I kept doing this, and then when Mom asked me what I was doing, I said there was an old lady there. So when Mom checked, there was no one there.
No.
Like, I don't stores.
Where did you go to the store?
She said school, honey.
Oh, school.
No, I mean store.
Store, okay.
I think it'd be 10 years old.
You're
not 10
No,
yet.
I mean 10. No.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
But Tess, you wouldn't remember that. I wouldn't even remember that.
Wait, let's have her continue.
My station was like 1 year old then.
Yeah, I think me and Dad don't know.
But how do you remember if it was 10 years ago?
Oh, my brain said it.
Mm-hmm.
More ass.
If
I am.
okay.
That's just...
Yeah. 6. When my baby was small, I remember telling him about how he used to be in my belly. He stopped me and said, "Oh yeah, I remember that. It was dark in there." Excuse me, what? That's very rare to remember being in your mom's womb.
That's not very scary.
Nah, not really.
It's more rare to remember than...
Yeah. What do you need the glitter open for? Alright. 7. I cut my foot on a piece of broken glass. Ouch. And my kid, who was 5 at the time, said, "Don't clean it up. I can use your blood for painting." Oh my god. Hell no.
I would... I don't even know what I would do if my kid would say that.
Or your little... I mean, Tess is not that much younger than you, but like... Bless you. Here, why don't you... Don't play with the glitter when you're sick, Tess. But that is creepy. Okay, 8. I think. Yeah, 8. I was putting my 2-year-old niece to bed while babysitting one night when she looked over my shoulder and said, "Who's that?"
Oh, no.
I looked behind me and asked, "Who?" She responded, "The man behind you. He was with you in the kitchen, too." We were the only ones in the house. I spent the rest of the evening in the living room on the one chair with his back to the wall, glancing around nervously.
Okay, first of all, if my cousin says that when I'm over, because she can talk a little bit, I can say this. I mean, I don't even want to be downstairs if she said that it would be in the kitchen too or anywhere downstairs. I would not want to be there. I would rather want to be with my niece or my cousin. I meant.
I was about to say, you don't have a niece yet.
Dare you?
Alright, moving on.
But that is scary.
That is scary. 9. My nephew was in the hospital for a year after he was born. Aww. He always been the quiet one. I was sleeping over one night when he was around 10 years old, and he came downstairs. He laid on the other end of the couch next to me and said, "There are dead people in the house." He said it so calmly and matter-of-factly. Then he went back upstairs and went to bed. He might actually be a medium.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I heard that too.
What was that?
It might be the water pipes because the washer is running right now. The clothes washer.
Yeah, but why would it make that sound?
It always does that when it does.
Okay.
But I don't know. It felt like a box fell over, but I'm not sure. It could be that too. Yeah, our house is getting activity again.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about it in another video. paranormal experiences in Sweden part
She
2.
thinks the wife has
Not the
died.
wife. It's not the wife that died.
Yeah, but you think that she has died.
Not possible because the activity in the house is increasing all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then you think she has died.
Or it could be something else. I don't know. Okay, so 10. When my daughter was 3, she came home from preschool one day, and her demeanor changed the minute we came home. She became very withdrawn and looked very upset. I asked her what was wrong, and she said, "The angel in the roof is angry with us."
That's not very scary. The angel. I mean,
Yeah.
That really sounds like
Fake.
it sounds fake. Yeah.
11. When my brother was 4, he said to my mom, "You should go see Granddad at the hospital because his head hurts from the car crash." My mom told him that Granddad was fine and he didn't even drive. 15 minutes later, the phone rang. It was my nan telling Mom that Granddad was in the hospital after his taxi cab got into a crash. Shit, a boy.
Okay.
I caught myself.
I think that is the scariest one.
Oh, my feet!
Sorry, my friend was calling, so we had to pause it.
Mhm. I mean, I've had premonitions like.
Oh yeah, like that dream when about Pop crying because Chris was.
No, it wasn't Chris. So back in 2007, my grandfather, he would be known as Farfar here in Sweden, he was dying from melanoma, and I had a dream that we were visiting him at the house that he used to live in, that my parents live in now. And my dad was crying, which is weird because I never seen my father cry in my life. And I gave this hug to my grandfather, and it felt like one of those hugs that is like, a final goodbye. And then later on that day, I found out that my grandfather was put in hospice and had like a month left to live. So, yeah.
I thought not sad.
Yeah, I never seen Pop cry in real life. This
Why?
is a dream.
Why?
I don't know, honey.
He just doesn't have any emotions.
Is that a king?
No, but anyway, let's go on. So 12. My adorably innocent 3-year-old once lovingly told me, "Mommy, when you die, I'm going to keep your body so I can pet your hair." He was petting my hair at that very moment. Oh, God.
That is not very scary.
I don't know, it's slightly creepy. Okay, 13. My friends were across the country visiting family with their kid, and they were out for a drive. The 4-year-old pointed down an old overgrown dirt road and said, "That's where I used to go to school." My friend mentioned the comment to her brother the next day when they drove by, and he told her there actually was an old schoolhouse there from the 1800s.
That's more like if he remembers his death.
Yeah, or his past life or something.
That's what I meant.
Alright, 14. According to my mother, when my sister was a baby, she would stop playing with her toys and randomly look at the wall and laugh. She would also move her head slowly, like she was watching someone move across the room carefully.
Not very scary.
Somewhat. I mean, it's not super duper scary, but it's like, there's a theory that kids can see paranormal activity more than adults can. Which is kind of true, because I was 9 years old when I had that full-bodied apparition experience. Alright, 15. I nannied for a little boy when he was 2 to 4 years old, and he had lots of creepy little stories. The one I remember most went something like this. Before Mama was my mama, I had a different mama. We went for a walk on the water. I went through the water and I died. We lived in the Pacific Northwest, and he had no concept of being able to walk on frozen water. That one freaked me and his mama out big time.
Okay, first of all, I would go to wherever that said. Ask every house around that area if they used to have a son or a mom that had a son that died in the water, because that almost also sounds fake.
Well, no, it sounds more like a past life experience. I mean, I didn't believe in, like I said, I didn't start believing in reincarnation until I was 19 because I dreamt of these very two vivid dreams. But like, it almost sounds like his mother, in the past life, it sounds like his mother took him as a baby in the water and drowned both of them, which is like unsettling in its own way. But anyway, let's move on. 16. A few months after my mom passed, my daughter was sitting in the TV room. She looked down the hall, and I could tell something had caught her eye. She got up and said, Yaya is in her room. Walked into my mom's room and shut the door. I could hear my daughter talking and laughing through the door. I was equally scared and hopeful that I might hear my mom too, but I didn't. Oh, that's kind of sad. 17. One night while tucking my kids in, my then 4-year-old said, Mommy, when you die, I'm going to keep your bones. My then 6-year-old then added, Ooh, we could make a wind chime. It was the creepiest and also the sweetest thing my kids have said to me. I don't know if that is a sweet thing. I would be horrified if you guys said that. It has serial killer vibes. It really does. Oh, sweetie pie.
It doesn't really. I don't really believe it. It's just so weird to me.
Does it have like?
You can go get some drink here.
I mean, it sounds very weird because it's just hard to explain. Like, I've never heard anyone say something like that, and that's what makes me feel like it's so fake.
Well, I don't think it's fake. I think it actually happened, but it's like it's not even paranormal. It's like creepy.
Yeah.
Why would you say that to your parent like that, or to anybody? That you want to keep their bones and turn into a wind chime? I mean, that's a little bit like serial killer territory right there. I don't know.
Mom, I did that you with my tooth.
Right, you did this.
Knuckle.
Here. Okay. Moving on. How many more do we have left? Let's see, we're on 18.
Oh my god, that picture scared me.
Alright, it's up to 24, so we're almost done with this. Alright, 18. A few weeks after my son turned 2, he said to me, Look, the smoke dissipates. This is not a word we use in our daily... Oh god, I don't know if I can say that word. Vernacular? I guess she means vocabulary. I guess that's a fancy way of saying vocabulary. I'm just going to say vocabulary, because if I try to say that word, I'm going to look like an idiot. So I asked him what it means. It disappears, he said. I was impressed and asked him where he learned that word. He replied, when I was an adult. I laughed and asked when he was an adult. Without missing a beat, he answered, before I was born. That's like another... past life experience. 19. Driving by a cemetery when my kid was about 3 years old, he said, Who are all the people standing around there? There was no one standing anywhere in the cemetery that I could see. That might be a medium. They can see things. Okay. 20?
There's that picture.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, how about I do that for now?
Yeah.
20. One night before bed, my 4-year-old daughter asked if she could still see with her hands while holding them if she took out her eyeballs.
I don't get it.
I think her daughter's like, I wonder if I could still see if I took my eyeballs out of my head. That's what she's trying to ask, I think.
Oh.
Or like,
Yeah, Yeah, almost like if she's seen it in a cartoon.
Yeah. I was speechless and told her we should not take out our eyeballs. That was not a sentence I was ever prepared to have to say. There's the shadow dude. Yeah, just gonna do that. One time, my son woke me up in the dead of my sleep at 2 a.m. and said, "They are coming," while giving me that creepy, freaky stare. Turns out he was also fully asleep. Oh, he was sleepwalking. Oh.
I'm actually, that one is scary, but not as scary as...
that little kid predicting his granddad being in a crash. Yeah. 22. We're getting there. My 5-year-old has talked about his first family for years. He will randomly be doing something which must trigger a memory of them. He's always been consistent in his story. He says one day he got sick and then came to live with us. He talks less about them the older he gets, but it's always fascinating to me when he brings them up. 23. The day my grandmother went into a coma, my youngest sister, she was 4 at the time and completely unaware that our grandma was in the hospital, got home from school and said Grandma came to school with her. For the next 2 weeks, she said that every day. My grandmother would visit her at school for varying amounts of times, and she would always walk out the door.
I'm guessing she is dead. Not here.
Could be. One Wednesday, my sister came home from school upset and told my mother that Grandma had stood up and then disappeared completely. A few hours later, my grandmother got the call that my grandmother had, in fact, passed away. Jeez. And finally, my 5-year-old once asked me, if I die, will I be a baby again? Truly had no idea how to answer that one.
I mean, seriously?
Yeah.
Are you serious right now, bro? That ain't scary.
Nah.
Well, no, it's...
They're just wondering if they would become a baby again if they died. That's
Well,
not
I mean,
that scary.
the mother was a little bit unnerved by it because her daughter was 5. But like, here's the thing: talking about death to kids is a little bit tricky at times.
Yeah, I mean, like, it sounds normal though. Asking, like, I remember I would always ask myself what would happen if I would die. And I believe in that I will get a new life, but I would still haunt my
Parents.
or not parents, but if I have kids, wife, their kids, and haunt to death them that killed me if anyone killed me.
Yeah. Same, almost. Well, that's all for today's creepy, spooky...
Scary skeletons.
So,
You don't want me to get demonetized because people will get on me for that. There's people who would copy strike even for that.
yeah.
So yeah, that's today's video. If you ever had your child or a child say anything creepy to you or made you raise an eyebrow, let me know in the comments. So if you like this video, smash like this like button. If you subscribe, I'll be absolutely delighted, and I'll see you all later. Toodles!
Toodles!